5 techniques are commonly used to irrigate crops. Hand watering with a watering can, hand watering with a hose, sprinkler irrigation, drip irrigation, flood irrigation. Irrigation is the main factor to be controlled to ensure good results. Each method has its advantages and disadvantages. Let's see how to choose the right one for your needs. Welcome to your market gardening training. Let's see how to choose your irrigation technique.
Manual watering with a watering can.
Water is poured in manually using a watering can. This is the simplest and most accessible method for getting started. You'll need the following equipment: a watering can with a sprinkler head. What are the advantages of manual watering with a watering can? It requires very little equipment and no technical installation. Can reproduce natural rainfall. Promotes soil life and waters both beds and footpath. Adapts to the needs of each crop. What are the disadvantages of manual watering with a watering can? It takes a long time, especially on large surfaces. Can cause uneven watering in different areas. Tends to pack the soil on the surface, especially if water is poured on abruptly. When is this technique best suited? When financial means are very limited. On a small cultivation area. If the water source is close to the beds. For watering nurseries or young plants.
Manual watering with a hose.
A hose is connected to a water source, and watering is done by manually directing the spray onto the beds and footpaths. A sprinkler head reproduces the conditions of a light rain. You will need the following equipment: a garden hose with a spray head. What are the advantages of manual hose watering? This method is faster than watering cans, especially for large surfaces. Waters both beds and footpaths and does not compact the soil thanks to fine rain dispersion. Makes it easier to adapt watering to the needs of each crop. Promotes good root system development in depth and width. What are the disadvantages of manual hose watering? It is time-consuming, especially on large surfaces, and can cause uneven watering in different areas. At least 2 people needed to lift the hose and avoid crushing crops. When is this technique best suited? If few financial resources are available. On a small to medium-sized cultivation area.
Sprinkler irrigation.
Sprinkler irrigation involves spraying water in fine droplets, like artificial rain. The water is pressurized, usually by a pump, then distributed through a network of pipes. Sprinklers project the water in the form of jets that transform into tiny drops, uniformly watering crops and footpaths. You'll need the following equipment: thermal or solar pump, pipes, shut-off valves or plugs, sprinkler pipes. What are the advantages of sprinkler irrigation? It is time-saving. It is an uniform and all-round irrigation, footpaths and beds. Does not compact the soil thanks to fine rain dispersion. Cools the air around crops and encourages soil life. Promotes better root development. What are the disadvantages of sprinkler irrigation? High installation cost. Risk of water loss in windy or hot conditions. Evaporation. Suitable for leafy vegetables but not for fruiting vegetables. In hot weather, risk of burning leaves. Risk of fungus development. When is this technique best suited? Sufficient financial resources. On a large cultivation area.
Drip irrigation.
Drip irrigation involves applying small quantities of water directly to the plants, using drippers integrated into a pipe. You will need the following equipment: thermal or solar pump, main pipe, Drip pipes, connectors and plugs. What are the advantages of drip irrigation? Allows precise use of water. What are the disadvantages of drip irrigation? High cost of installation, soil leaching and salinization. Roots develop only in a pocket. It does not contribute to activating and maintaining soil life. Risk of clogged pipes if water is not clean. When is this technique best suited? Sufficient financial resources. Little water available. Windy region.
Flood irrigation.
Flood irrigation involves pouring a large quantity of water into the cultivation beds. This technique is used for dug beds. What are the advantages of flood irrigation? It is inexpensive and quick to set up. What are the disadvantages of flood irrigation? Soil leaching and compaction. Damage to soil life. Risk of smothering the root system of seedlings. Encourages the proliferation of termites. When is this technique best suited? When a large quantities of water is available. Choose your technique according to your resources and objectives.